Hi guys, today I'm gonna be pollinizing some of my adeniums. Um, it is very easy due to the fact that adeniums come from Africa and Arabia and places like that. We don't have the bugs, the insects that usually pollinize them, and therefore in order for us to be able to get any seed pads, and of course with seed pads we would get the seeds, we had to hand pollinize them. What I do to hand pollinize my flowers, it's first of all I I cut open the petals from the plant that I'm going to pollinize, to search for pollen. Here I have some flowers. I'm gonna try to see if I can get as close as possible so you guys are able to see what I'm doing. Um, First I open up the petals like so that I can see the parts of the flower. Let's see if I can expand this view a little. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now let me see if I can find it with the. Okay. I am going to open both of the flowers that I am going to use. That way I don't drop the pollen and then I don't have anything to work with, because the pollen is very, very small and it's not always going to hold on to the toothpick. I need a toothpick also, and the toothpick I am going to wet it a little bit. Let's see if I can. There we go. I'm gonna wet it a little bit with alcohol just to make sure it's clean and sanitized. Okay, and I am going to open both of my flowers. Let me open the flowers before I show you, so I can show you both flowers. I'm gonna use the same type of flowers, simple pink flowers at this moment, because I'm trying to get seeds so that I can do crafting, so that I can craft my special flowers that whatever I have, so that I can multiply them, because that's the only way. Besides them giving me seeds, they could give me seeds that are multi-flowered, but not always. Most of the seeds will be single flowers. So when in the event of getting a multi-petal, that's an extraordinary thing. It's a genetic mutation that doesn't always happen. So it's like a miracle in the making. So that's why people who have double petal and triple petal and multiple petal flowers usually name those flowers because they're such of a big event for them to happen. Okay, it's not always that you're gonna get multiple petals, but if you have a multiple petal one like this one has multiple petals and this one has multiple petals. So the only way that I can multiply it is by cutting a piece of it and grafting it into another plant. But from the seeds, I could, but it's not a guarantee that I'm gonna get multiple petals from the seeds. So when you buy seeds, you never know exactly what you're gonna get. So if you decided you want a replica of this plant over here, to get exactly that one, you would have to graft it. But from the seeds, you may be able to get some type of multiple petal, but it's never going to be exactly the ones that you have already available to you. It's like our children. We have children all the time, but all of our children don't look alike. Each child is different. Same with the flowers, with the desert roses. Each flower is going to be unique and different. So even though they kind of look alike, they will not be the same. And the flowers that come from a double and triple and multiple petal flower doesn't always give you all of the seeds bringing multiple flowers. It could give you some single flower petals. So you never know what's going to happen. So in order for me to be able to multiply it successfully and for sure, I would have to graft it. But there is a possibility that I will get some multi-petals out of the seed pods coming from these flowers. Okay, so at this point I am going to open up this flower here, and I hope you can see. I am going to open up and I am going to the pollen is usually located on the tip right here, the very tip of this triangle right here. This one doesn't seem to have any pollen. Sadly, this one doesn't have any pollen, but that doesn't mean it cannot be pollinized. If I get pollen from another flower, I can pollinize it. Okay, so let's see if this one has pollen. Yes, okay. This one has pollen. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there on the tip of the toothpick. Let's see. I don't know if, right there on the tip of the toothpick is a tiny little bit of pollen. And with that, I am going to go to that little crevice in the back, right there, that little opening in the back. And that's where I am going to bring the pollen and bring it up, pull it up a little bit. There you go. This flower has been pollinized. It didn't have any pollen, so I'm not able to pollinize this one with this pollen because there was nothing in it. But I can get the pollen from another flower and pollinize this one. Okay? Now, if I'm trying to pollinize a multiple petal flower, let me see if I can bring this one closer. Okay. A multiple petal, I would have to go and open all of the petals to get to the center of it. I would have to go back to another flower and find pollen for it. If we're lucky and we find pollen, we'll be able to pollinize this one again. Even though she has a seed pad, she could get seeds in the other flowers. From each flower, they can give you a seed pad. Ah, lucky, lucky, lucky. Okay. I have to bring it all the way to the back and push it in. Now, if she has pollen, and she does, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'll be able to pollinize this other one. That is called cross-pollination. You have to use the pollen from one flower to pollinize the other one, because otherwise, and let me see, since the other one wasn't able to give you any, there you go. You have to get the pollen from one flower to be able to pollinize another flower from different plants. Because if you use the pollen from the same plant, you may get what happens with humans when we have babies from our relatives. Sometimes genetics malfunction and we get seeds that are not in the best situation. So you get sometimes those white seeds that the white little plants that die before they turn a month old. It's very hard to keep them alive. There is a way to, and I've seen it I've seen them doing it in Brazil. So if I get any white seedlings, I'll try it. but I haven't had any white seedlings. All of my seeds are usually very healthy and strong, and they're able to photosynthesize. So I don't have that issue with my flowers and with my seedlings. But I've seen it happen to other people. Okay, that is all for today. I hope it was clear enough. If you have any questions or suggestions or any comments, please leave them down below and I will respond as soon as possible. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.